Biscuit. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
It's actually not Limp Bizkit.
It's not Limp Bizkit? I thought that was a biscuit.
Nah.
Whatever.
I forgot what it is.
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
But they occupied the same space.
Yeah.
P.O.D.
It's like Puddle of Mud?
No, P.O.D.
Oh, yeah. I just think it's like Good Charlotte and Lincoln Park, but everyone pretends like they didn't like Good Charlotte.
Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, so he punched dude in the face, and then Myles Garrett was like, it was a pillow tap. He's like, maybe next time you should put your legs into it. And honestly, Cleveland is just Midwest Florida now. That's all they are now. You didn't pick Odell. You didn't pick Jarvis Landry. You didn't pick Baker Mayfield. No, you punched the most physically intimidating dude on the team who could break you if you felt like it. But he's a nerd and loves shit and loves Phil Collins and dinosaurs. And honestly, on my IG story, I literally put up Phil Collins in the air tonight. And I'm like, Myles Garrett should whoop this dude's ass to literally the theme song of Phil Collins in the air tonight. That exact moment when he goes, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and the bass drops. Like in The Hangover with Mike Tyson. Like, that should literally happen. That dude's a scumbag. Like, you punched it. First off, just give y'all some backstory. Myles Garrett was a 4'6'3", 6'5", 270, had like 35 bench press reps at the combine.
Did you notice how he didn't even introduce it as a take or a tangent or anything? He literally just threw himself an alley-oop.
Because you already knew I was going to go on a tangent. I don't know why you're surprised. Like, that, I just don't understand it. Like, the stupidity. In broad daylight, and then the person who did record it, they got it after it was over. So that was useless. But anyway, that's my tangent.
All right. On that note, you got the next one?
Yeah.
Bro, you can't see this is what I'm talking about. You can't just take over and then just be like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I can. I just did. Anyway, next one.
You got to set up the next one if you're going to be fucking
Russell
Westbrook
you
over
clearly
here.
didn't have a take. Or you didn't have a take or a tangent on it. So fine.
You didn't ask me. Literally didn't ask me.
Yeah.
You literally did not
tangent?
ask me at all. You literally did not include me in that conversation at all.
Because it was my tangent. But do you have a take?
Did you declare your tangent?
I did when I started talking. Do you have a take?
I mean, no. You pretty much summed it all up.
All right, then. So I guess we're on the same page. Cool. So next one. Demaryius Thomas calls the Patriots trading him to the Jets after re-signing him disrespectful. Take your tangent.
Let's go back a year ago. So this is a tangent.
Oh, shit.
Let's go back a year ago when the Denver Broncos essentially sent Demaryius Thomas to Houston, where he was supposed to be the fill-in for Will Fuller and give them an extra physical, big possession / sometimes deep threat receiver across from DeAndre Hopkins. And what happened? Thomas ruptured his Achilles.
And in a game he scored a touchdown in, I think.
In a contract year. So then, what happens? Well, naturally, as New England always does, they inquired about the veteran receiver, signed him, brought him into camp, and, shipped him out a few weeks later to the Jets, their rival.
Which, by the way, Antonio Brown was on the team when this happened.
Their rival. So, yeah, he's essentially got shipped out for Antonio Brown to a rival, which, I mean, the Jets are essentially a rebuilding team, where he just left a rebuilding Broncos team to join consecutive contenders. And further, I mean, we've seen them do the same shit with Reggie Wayne and Andre Johnson, right? So it's like, yeah, we get it. You're trying to, capture some under-the-radar magic signing these veterans, but at the same time, if you don't actually have a game plan or don't actually think they can contribute to your team, then why just bring them in just for the sake of a workout or the sake of veteran leadership when you already have Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and all that whiteness? So, yeah, pretty much I think it's bullshit. I agree with Demaryius Thomas. It is disrespectful. And I don't blame him for being angry because who wants to go play for the fucking Jets?
Sam Darnold, apparently, because he came back and won the game for them. Now they're not winless anymore. Adam Gase called him an eraser because he erases everybody else's mistakes. Been doing it since USC. Probably at San Clemente, too. But whatever.
Next one, Zach Brown. He trash talked Kirk Cousins before the Eagles-Vikings game. Then the Eagles got washed by the Vikings, 38-20, and Zach Brown was released the next day. You got to take a tangent on that situation.
Yeah, he was pretty much at one point started just saying, "I'm not answering any Kirk Cousins related questions." Anybody had any questions? They're like, "Yeah, but you talked a bunch of trash about him beforehand, and he lit your defense up." So,
Take that down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As a
man.
free agent.
What, Zach Brown, he just got signed for a big deal, and I think even the year before he got signed in free agency.
He's with the
and we all know how
Redskins.
middle linebackers get phased out in the league, like instantly.
He's a coverage backer.
So he might actually be done.
Sadly. Hell of an athlete coming out of North Carolina, though.
I don't know if you can put everything on him, though, considering
Yeah.
it was kind of, the receivers who got off, and the Eagles essentially were supposed to get Jalen Ramsey for how many weeks? They're supposed to get Chris Harris for how many weeks? And who have they got? Absolutely nobody. And I forgot who was it. Somebody in that locker room went off when the Rams got Jalen Ramsey. But, yeah, somebody was like, we knew what it would take to get them. I don't know why we didn't get him. Blah, blah,
Also,
blah.
Michael Bennett got suspended, I think, for a game by arguing with his position coach. So, yeah, go look that up on his IG. That was funny.
So, yeah, losing the Super Bowl sucks. Sorry. Well, actually, they won. They won, and it still
but Philly's
sucks.
a horrible place.
They won, and it still sucks.
Philly was a horrible place, and the fans are horrible people. So
It's just karma for all of that.
It's just karma for being a horrible fucking place. Rocky's not even a real person, and he has a statue. I can go further. I could really tear Philly to shit. But they do a good... I still can't get over watching that dude after the Eagles won the Super Bowl literally eating horse shit.
Yeah, me neither. I'll never get over that. So,
He was white.
This week, Melvin Gordon is already complaining, saying he wants more carries. He said, quote, "There's no rhythm you can get into with 8 carries. I don't care what running back you are." Is that a touchdown or a turnover? Melvin Gordon asking for more carries for the 2-4 San Diego Chargers. Los Angeles. Carson.
Dominguez Hills.
Costa Mesa.
The 130 bus Chargers.
Anaheim. Northridge.
The Compton
Del-Air.
Station.
The Del-Air
The
Chargers.
Compton Station Chargers. The Delamo Chargers.
The Mid-City Chargers.
Yeah, the Delamo Chargers. I like the Delamo Chargers. The Carson Chargers. They should just be the Delamo Chargers. Just like the train station by that one big-ass casino where every time you see that casino, you know you're almost on the way home.
One of the ESPN radio hosts was like, I drive down the 405 South every single day, and there's a billboard right there, like in the Costa Mesa area or whatever. And every single day, I'm like, UCLA out here? But no, it's actually a Charger billboard. But every time, he was like, every time I drive by it, I have to constantly remind myself, oh yeah, the Chargers, it's not UCLA.
Yeah.
Oops.
By the way, UCLA beat Stanford 34-13 tonight. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Pac-12. I don't know what's happening.
But yeah, so is it a touchdown or a turnover that he's already asking for more carries?
It's a turnover, bro. I would laugh at him and Adrian Peterson and be like, Adrian Peterson out here getting treated like shit by the Redskins. They finally let him play and start. He gets 23 carries, 116 yards. Whoop. And he's Adrian Peterson. But yeah, in older age. You're young and in your prime and you're bitching about 8 carries. Yeah, Pouncey went on IR, but it's like, dude, shut up. You already lost money. Now you want to bitch and complain when you came back when you should have just either sat out the whole season.
Dog, you were running on a treadmill in a helmet looking like a fucking tool. And now you're over here complaining that your team's season is already getting away from them. Your coach, who's a running back coach, might get fired, undeservedly so.
Definitely undeserved.
And your quarterback's window's getting even tighter, and your defense is all banged up again, and your O-line's all banged up again. So, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have taken those couple weeks off. I don't know.
Shout out to Wisconsin running backs being just a red flag every time they come to the league, just because they went to Wisconsin. And all you do is run the ball there.
Monty Ball.
James White.
Who's the other one?
Shit, we can go back even further.
Rondane?
After Rondane. Oh, fuck. There was one dude, he was like 280. John Clay. Yeah, I remember John Clay. You remember John Clay? Yeah, go back and look up John Clay's stats at Wisconsin. Anyway, by the way, Jonathan Taylor might be the best Wisconsin running back, though. Like, all jokes aside. He might break a 4.4.
All right, the next one I want to talk about. So, Roger Goodell said that the NFL and NFLPA had productive conversations about a 17-game season. He's looking optimistic towards adding an extra game under the new CBA negotiations. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover for the players?
I feel like we talked a bit about this already.
We're going to keep talking about it.
It's a turnover. It's a turnover for the simple fact that the NFLPA has everyone's fist in its asshole. There, I said it.
All right.
Like, literally, name someone more spineless than the NFLPA.
I mean, we've talked about that so many times.
A quadriplegic Muppet? That's about it.
But, all right, so on that note, let's go ahead and move to the rants. You want to go first? Or actually, let me shout out some good news first.
I was about to say, yeah.
So, shout out to work done.
Again.
Former
Atlanta Falcon, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There you go. He's established a foundation that's essentially built houses for single mothers for a long time. And one of them, of course, was Deshaun Watson. But overall, he's really been doing this for years now. He got all types of Twitter love for it.
Deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, if we're being honest.
So, yeah, man, shout out to him. That's great news. Who did I say? Who else did I say? Forgot. Miles Jack. Miles Jack donated, I think it was like 50 elderly people in the Florida area. 31 elderly Jacksonville residents this month, Duval County, got a donation to essentially pay for their water and electricity, which is necessary for anybody, really. So, shout out to him for making a little bit of a difference. As we always say, what is your impact?
Exactly.
So, yeah, let's get to the rants.
Cool.
You go first.
All right. So, yeah. First day back in the gym today. It was as painful as expected. Where, like, when you really find out what your physical limitations are, it's kind of humbling. But also, like, I'm a workaholic, and thankfully, I have a history of losing a shit ton of weight. So, kind of just decided to take this slow. Like, years past, I would just go right back to my routine, get right back in, would push myself, sometimes a little bit too hard, and that's never a good thing. But, excited about it, even made, like, a whole fucking vegetable shake, which actually turned out really good. Like, seriously, invest in some apple cider vinegar, people. It does, like, really good things for your body. Like, definitely invest in that. And you can mix it into a shake. And all I had was, like, some peaches and some strawberries and, like, blueberry, some orange juice. I had some, like, some apple, ginger, lemon juice. By the way, ginger is also really good, too. Incorporate that. Like, if you just go out, find a store where they only make juice, like they have like little juice bars, and just get you a juice. That goes a long way. It's better than soda, and it tastes better too. But yeah, I feel like I took a big step today, getting back on track health wise. Excited about that. Shout out to a dude I talked to today, Martin. He Inglewood alum. I think he's listening. Well, we'll see, but he was talking about Inglewood High School and how he like things he kind of went through going